Hey there guys, I'm Liam, I'm JTP's friend. I'm standing in for him because I've brutally murdered him with an axe.
Oh!
Hey, see what I mean?
No, I'm still alive, it's good. Welcome to Let's Talk. This time I have a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, well, basically he's at my house and I've got to record, so we're going to try something.
I just kind of barged in on
Yeah, you just barged in on me. We're going to try something. I've thought of getting guests on Let's Talk, and this is going to be our first test. So if you guys like seeing guests on here, because it's always good to have someone else's opinion on things.
Like it. It's me.
Exactly, then let me know in the comments down below and I can get more guests on. So anyway, this week's Let's Talk is again accompanied by some Star Wars Battlefront. I've got to give it back to this guy soon.
Such a good game.
So I'm getting as much of it on the channel as possible. And we're talking about time management. Now, this is something that's very important to everyone, especially young people in school and doing YouTube, especially if you're doing YouTube, because time management with YouTube is definitely something that people struggle with. And I think that's one of the main reasons why people stop YouTube. I was talking to my boss this morning. She said her son stopped YouTube because he just didn't have the time, you know, and especially with school, it's something that really gets in the way of school as well as everyday life. And now, you're not very good at time management, are you?
No, and especially with things coming up like exams and everything, especially with homework. It's like, I just don't have the time to do anything. I mean, not that I do homework because I absolutely hate it, but that's not the point. It's like I've just never been very good at time management. I mean, with school and everything, it's just kind of difficult. I mean, as you get older, you learn to do it more efficiently, but it's just kind of difficult, especially for people like our sort of age.
So this is going to be mainly on how YouTubers can concentrate on time management, because it is a big challenge. However, take this into anything you're doing in life. You can adapt it onto anything, because time management is a thing that everyone needs to deal with at some point in their life, YouTube or not. So if you're doing YouTube and you really have a bit of a messed up schedule because your time is a little bit everywhere, especially if you're in school, you've really got to get into a routine. It takes, apparently, scientists believe that it takes about 3 weeks for you to get into a routine. Did you know that, Liam?
No, I didn't actually.
No.
It's quite useful.
Yeah, it takes about 3 weeks apparently for you to get into a routine and then follow it daily, you know, religiously. And what I did was I got into a routine of when I get back from school, first thing I do when I get back from school is edit a video. I do all of my recording at the weekend, so especially if you're at school, listen to this, because this is what I found to be the best way of time management. And especially for GCSEs, I don't have a lot of time to record and edit, so me getting a video every day, this has really worked for me. Basically, you get home from school, you record everything on a Saturday and Sunday when you get the time. You do it block recordings. That's why walkthroughs are probably the best thing for me to do at this point, because they're the easiest to record in blocks. Then, when you get home from school, edit the video and leave it to render while you go do your homework, while you go relax with your friends, while you go do whatever. That way, you can then put that video up for upload in the morning, so while you're at school or while you're doing your busy livelihoods or whatever you're doing throughout the day, that will be at home uploading. You're not at home, so it's not taking up the internet, it's just there sitting, so when you're home, you can type in all the description, get it ready to upload, and then I upload it at 8 o'clock in the evening. So that is my routine.
Yeah, but it's all about getting like into that routine.
It is,
because like it's difficult to start a new routine and then keep at it, especially for 3 weeks before it becomes religious. Because like, I know that I struggle with any kind of routine. I mean, it's the same for most people, that they like starting something completely new and completely different to what you've been doing is always difficult. But I think if you can get into like a set schedule, it can really help, especially for things like YouTube.
Yeah, and especially if you're planning on going far. I mean, it's very different for different people. Like, my situation is going to be very different to somebody else, you know. It could be an age difference, it could be a school schedule difference. You could just have different lifestyle differences. So this schedule works for me, but really, it's all about tailoring your schedule to fit around you, you know. I think to get into a good schedule and a good routine, like, you've got to make it your priority. Like, I first got into this routine in some holidays when I didn't have any other commitments really, you know, and I could concentrate on this routine religiously, and then when I was getting back to school, I already had the routine implanted, you know, and I could do it with ease and with speed. So I wouldn't say try and get into a new routine while you're really busy. Try that when you've got a little bit more time on your hands, you know, but getting into a routine, especially if you think of doing YouTube seriously, is really going to help your views as well, because if people know when your video is going to be uploaded, they're going to return every single day. And if your upload schedule is very sporadic and all over the place, people aren't going to know when to upload and when to expect new content, so they're not going to return as much. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, I need someone on this show mainly just to make sure I'm making sense.
Yeah, no, I can understand you. I can understand you. And it's like, if I can understand you, I'm pretty simple-minded. So,
yeah, fair enough. So it's just some ideas on how to keep time management. We're both quite shit at time management, to be honest. I'm not the best.
I've never
yeah, it took me a long time to get into this routine. And I think one of the most important things to remember is when you're trying to get into a routine, pick a time when you're not laid down with everything. I've got revision to do at the moment. My exams are in 2 months' time, so trying to get into a new routine right now, trying to get into a new routine right now would be a bad thing for me. But in the summer holidays, when I've got loads of time, use that time to concentrate on getting a routine. Write it out on a piece of paper and stick to that routine religiously for a good 3 weeks, and after that it'll just start coming to you naturally. You'll want to do it at that very time.
I mean, ask your friends, ask your family for help. I mean, if you're serious about, especially with YouTube, if you're serious about having a YouTube career, getting the routine is essential to making sure everything's ready. So like, asking your friends and family to help you is like one of the best ways to help you settle into a routine, because they can monitor you and just keep everything under, help you keep everything under control.
Yeah, exactly, and that is going to do it for this week. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you thought of having a guest on show. It probably makes it more interesting, apart from instead of just listening to my voice constantly. Thank you very much for Liam for joining.
No problem.
You did a better job than Matt. You actually speak in front of the camera, which ain't too bad. What else should I say to wrap this up? Oh yeah. So if you've got any ideas for next week's episode, put in the comments down below. I'm happy to open to ideas, because I'm starting to run out of ideas. We've got a big episode coming up in a couple of weeks. This is just a short one because I'm travelling in a couple of days. Well, travelling today. So I don't really have time to make a big, long one. But soon enough, I will bring you a good 15 to 20 minute Let's Talk. And we'll be talking about something very controversial. It will be violence within the community of the gaming. And do games make a child violent? I've already touched on it a little bit, but we're going to go in depth and look at some case studies. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, share and subscribe. As we're at a bunch. Until next time, I shall say, you go join him.
No.
Goodbye.
Bye.
If it gets a lot of replies and gets a lot of likes, it gets a lot of attention in general, it's going to go up and up and up to the top, right there next to your video. So if someone hates on you and they say, oh, you're a twit, and then you reply with, well, you're a loner, you can't be around, and there's no one else around. It's not going to help. It's not going to help because you're just a solid interaction. However, it's not